Hello, Internet. This is my 717th bay. This is my 717th attempt to make a YouTube channel. And yeah, I am not any good at this. So instead of just doing a long intro, I am going to be telling a story. The story of how I rear-ended my wife's car. Let's get into it. So about 6 or 7 months ago, I unfortunately rear-ended my wife's car. And to this day, I still feel pretty bad. And the funny part about it is that, have you ever, everything's going so great until, that last moment where it all just falls apart? Yeah, that's basically what happened. We were 5 minutes away from our apartment, and yeah, I rear-ended her. So we were visiting family, and it was very late when we were driving back. It was typical for us. We always do that. Who cares? But she fell sick, or not like fell sick, but you know what I mean. She was basically just having a headache, but she was still fine to drive. But I promised her parents that, I would drive behind her the entire way there, and yeah, no, just make sure she was safe. We stopped a couple times, stopped off at, just to, take a pee break. And yeah, but anyway, yeah, and we're talking on the phone while we're both driving, just having a good old time. And I have a very horrible time driving at night. She can attest to this because I end up passing out behind the wheel, and I always have to pull over so that way she can drive. And I even do this in the morning because I just get extremely exhausted because I don't know, insomnia or something. Who knows? Doctor's orders. But anyway, I was driving behind her, and 5 minutes before we get home, I just black out for 2 seconds. Two. And then the minute I open my eyes, BAM! I hit the back of her car. And I felt horrible. I thought this was divorce time. I'm not gonna have a wife anymore. Oh gosh. But she called me after. She's like, dude, are you all right? Or what the hell? But we pulled over. I felt extremely horrible. She comforted me. She told me I wasn't a bad husband. She kind of figured something like this would happen, but even still, I also bring up this story because she brought up a joke this morning how she also got rear-ended by some guy outside of her work, and she started off the year getting rear-ended. So I found that kind of funny. It reminded me of this story. But anyway, and the funny thing is that she wasn't even worried about her car. She looked at the front of mine because I didn't see the front of my car yet. And I'll show you a side-by-side comparison. Here you go. Yeah, I'm glad that her car doesn't look as damaged as mine. But yeah, no, I just wanted to start off my first YouTube video just telling a good old story of rear-ending my wife. Do not take that out of context. Bye. I dedicate this video to my pretty cat Princess, who's over here hanging out with me. I'm gonna try and upload a video once a month. I'm gonna see if that might be a goal. And I realize how much I say but at during this entire video, so yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you later. Bye.